Good morning, St. Thomas More. Just a few announcements to follow up yesterday. As some of you may or may not know, you should know that Public Health declared St. Thomas More an outbreak yesterday. And I want to explain what that means to the community, to try to rest people assured and give you a straight up sort of State of the Union. They judged that yesterday's case, which I reported, had been passed at school. So that makes it the declaration of an outbreak. We currently have 4 active cases, and we've declared 5 cases in total. 1 has now been resolved without any school spread. And if you look at it from a mathematical high-level standpoint, we have 2,000 people frequenting this building, and we've now had 1 case spread from one student to another. But other than that, we've had nothing. So I'm not to minimize what's happened here, but that is a fact. I do want to also just explain what happens in the situation where there is a case in your class, because that is a hot question. So you do end up getting a full letter with a full explanation for this. You don't have to write any of this down, but I just want to give you the basic idea. So everybody gets isolated for 10 days. However, if you're fully vaccinated, you're not immunocompromised, and you have no symptoms, you can return the next day. And so that it just is sort of the process. And because when we do that, when we have a positive case, sometimes affects 50, 55 people, it's very hard to make that determination right away. So everybody gets sent home, but then the people that satisfy those three conditions are back the next day. But when we have an outbreak, it is worth kind of doing a recheck of what are our main strategies to make sure we all remain safe. So the mitigation strategies that we really need to focus on. Okay, number 1, hand hygiene. Number 2, mask wearing. I don't talk long about those ones because I feel like we're pretty good with those ones. The ones I'm not so confident on are physical distancing. If you're within 2 meters of somebody, your mask should be on. That's inside or outside. We've got a great space outside, and I love watching the students enjoy it. But if you're going to gather around each other, then you should keep your mask on. And if you want to take your mask off to see each other's smiling faces, take it off, but then spread out. Also, the other one that sometimes we need to improve on is the screening mechanism. Students need to be screening daily on the Ontario School Screening website. And staff need to be screening daily on the MySite website. And we are going to be following up on both of those with increased scrutiny because of the situation. Finally, with the screening, I mean, if you had to get down to what are you actually screening, it comes down to mostly, do not come to school if you're feeling a little bit sick. It's perfectly fine nowadays, we've learned this during the pandemic, to take a day to make sure you're okay. But do not, if you got a little bit of a sore throat or a little bit of a runny nose, you're not sure, then stay home. Stay home if you're sick. Okay, 1 day of staying home while you recover. A lot of times that just means you're worn down. 1 day while you recover can save all of us a lot of heartache. Okay, I got a couple more things. Hallways. Hallways are avenues, not destinations. The hallway is not a place to hang out. And I know that is, the way you believe high school is, but that's not the way it can be during the pandemic. Now, I see so many people taking that to heart, moving your way outside, and I appreciate all your cooperation, but hallways are avenues, not destinations. You should be moving through them, not stopping. Breaks and lunches, okay? I got into it with a student yesterday, and I just want to continue to pump the same message. You have a choice. Your choice is to remain in your classroom or go outside. Those are the 2 choices. There's not 3. Hanging out in the hallway is not one of them. And so as we move into the colder months, it's going to be very important that if you want to take the outside option, which is the option I'd be taking, make sure you dress for it. A couple more things. I talked about it yesterday in an unscheduled announcement, but vandalism, not going to be tolerated. If you see somebody vandalizing our school, report it, please. And you can do that totally anonymously. We won't even ask you your name. When our school gets vandalized, it is a waste of resources. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of our time and energy. The custodial team does an amazing job at keeping us safe. They have a job they have to do. Because of the pandemic, they have increased jobs, including how frequently they clean the bathrooms, the high-touch surfaces, and everything else. And if they're distracted because some students have chosen to do something stupid, to be TikTok famous, then those students are showing Mr. Daly that they don't really want to attend St. Thomas More. And if you want to put me to the test and see if I mean that, go for it, okay? Because it's not going to work out. It's a waste of resources. We're not going to do it. We're trying to keep each other safe. Don't do it. Finally, as my letters have gone home to so many students, I've noticed that some people, probably from the past, have blocked a student account. And it's very important nowadays that you get these messages in a timely fashion. So if you're one of those people, and it's easy to tell, just ask your parents, have you gotten any emails from Mr. Daly over the last few days? Because everybody's gotten a bunch of them. Okay, so if you're not getting them, it's because you either have an old email address that you haven't updated, or that somewhere along the line somebody has blocked that number. It's actually a safety issue at this point. We can't have people, if I put you in quarantine, coming back the next day because they didn't get the message. So it's very, very important that you keep updated contact information. And finally, I'm going to wrap up with a positive message because I really think it's necessary. We're okay here at St. Thomas More. I don't want anybody to worry about it. We have declared 5 cases, 4 are active. Okay, we are okay, but we do have to do those things that I outlined. Just make sure we stay in a safe space. And with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day of learning. After 18 months of being disrupted, it's very important that we focus on it. Have a wonderful day.
Good morning, STM. My name is Ainsley, and here are your announcements for today. This announcement is for senior boys basketball. Anyone interested in trying out for senior boys basketball this year needs to pick up a registration form as soon as possible. Forms can be found in front of room 310 or 325. Please see Mr. Giovangelli in either room 310 or 325 if you have any questions or concerns. For those interested in playing senior boys volleyball team, there will be a 3rd tryout today after school at 2:30 in the gym. The next STM Ultimate Frisbee tryout will be on Thursday of this week on the side field starting after dismissal. Students need to have forms in order to try out. We are still welcoming new players, and the team is open to all students, both male and female, and no experience is necessary. Students with any questions should see Mr. Castellani. Just a reminder, there will be a prefect meeting today at 2:35 in the lecture hall. Thank you.
Good morning, STM Knights. My name is Bianca and I'm your Student Council Pres. I just wanted to remind you all that nomination forms for all council positions are available to be picked up at the end of the day today. Once again, these forms will be provided to you by Mrs. Manchese in room 221, which can be found right across from the attendance office. Please note that all forms will be due this Friday, September 17th, but again, you're always welcome to submit them earlier than that. Just another reminder, Knights, that Wednesdays are STM Spirit Shirts days. This means that you are able to wear a top from our STM merch or STM Spirit shirts from any team, club, or committee. Lastly, please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, which can be found at STM_council, or on Twitter at STM Knights for future updates and information. Thanks, STM, and have a great day.
STM, those are all of your announcements. The time is now 8:29. Have a great day.